Hey everybody, it's Master Gallingeist again, bringing you my review of the season finale of the Shannara Chronicles. Now, this is kind of MTV's answer to like Game of Thrones or kind of fantasy-esque, kind of romp around to see how they can do it. And overall, the whole season was pretty good. Nice setup. It didn't seem like that there were that many issues. I mean, it's the first season. Many shows kind of always a little bit weird. But they finished off strong. The episode kind of closed out all the major conflicts. The main quest over the arc of this season was to take the seed of the Elcris, which was dying, and take it to the Bloodfire and Safehold, and bring it back and create the new tree. Well, in this episode, we find out that the little bitty seed that Amberly had was actually just more kind of a symbolic thing, that she herself was the seed of the new Elcris, and she had to choose to give up her life to create a new Elcris, thus restarting the cycle. Um, and Will and Eritrea didn't learn that until they got her back out of the Bloodfire, which kind of had to be a little bit difficult for Will because he thought that Eritrea was dead, so he used his Elfstones to bring her back, and then she used the gate again because her blood was the key to open the Bloodfire. Um, then they had to escape from the trolls that were hiding in the tunnels and everything since they had made their lair there. And Eritrea elected to stay behind to give them time to get back to Arbalon and remake the Elcris to stop the demon horde from wiping out all life in the Four Lands. So Eritrea is getting badass at that point, get killing trolls and everything, and that's where we kind of stop for her at the moment and see Will and Amberly on their trek back to Arbalon, which they confess their feelings for each other, and bang. So yeah, that was a pretty cool character moment, that Amberly knows what she has to do, but she doesn't tell Will at that moment. She kind of just wants to live in the moment, but Will still has that optimism that they can figure out what they need to do. Which then leads to the giant clash between the demon forces and the forces of Arbalon, which is the elves, and the gnomes, as they had gathered them for their forces as well. Battle scenes were bad. I kind of like bigger production values and all that, but as it stands for the beginning of the series and kind of the end of the first season, there's a lot of good spectacle. Really good call outs was the Dagnamor, which was the head demon, the kind of big bad throughout the whole season. His fight with Alanon, who's played by Manu Bennett, who you will recognize from Spartacus and Arrow. That was the best fight scene. I mean, they really went out with their powers and their stabs and everything, though Alanon did get his butt whooped quite a few times before he was able to land a coup de grace on the Dagnamor, which was pretty sweet. Then other stuff was happening throughout the battle. The newly minted king was finally tested in this battle. I mean, he had a smaller test, but this was the true test of if he can lead his people and the other races to actually survive. He lost his commander to what we thought was just a regular demon, what actually turned out to be the warped body of his dead brother. And he killed him, but yet it seems that demons are killed, but are never really gone forever. So that's why the Elcris needed to be made to keep them in the Forbidding. So that was taken out, but yet you could still see seeds of a new conflict that'll be put in the next season, if hopefully they get one, because Bandon was a seer and has magic as well. He was trapped by the Dagnamor, and it seems that that darkness has kind of overtaken him, as at the end of the episode, one of the things you see is he's taken the Dagnamor sword and is where the demons are, and his eyes are black. So I think that he's going to be the next bad, the next focus in the series. And then you see like kind of the pan out. Everybody's excited that they defeated the evil. It's kind of like relieved and everything. Will's still kind of pissed at Alanon because he's like, you didn't tell me or prepare me for this. But he's like, Will, if I told you, it really wouldn't change anything. She made the choice. It's on her. And he's like, all right. And then he starts, uh, he's still a little bit pouty. I understand he's lost his love, but yet this is magic we're talking about. Yes, it has a price, but there's also times where magic helps in doing new things and transforming people. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that I think that Amberley will be back in a more human slash elf form at some point. So Will then, after getting through his emotions and everything, decided to go and ride out to try and find Eritrea because he made the promise that he'd come back for her. And then that's when it cuts to back to the trolls, and they're dragging Eritrea to, I would assume, would be their leader or one of their head honchos, who then takes off his mask, and she seems to recognize whoever it is. So we've got a lot of gears and cogs going for the next season, which will be exciting to see. Overall for the series, I think it's pretty good. I didn't really have any problem with the acting, even though there's kind of like new unknowns that I hadn't seen before. They definitely stepped up. Writing wasn't bad either, though I think it could have been improved because some characters acted a little bit too naive or a little bit too, how can I say, just too gullible or didn't think things through. But then again, they're probably trying to build up that there's character growth, and in that I can totally see. So I really like this episode. I really like where it set up everything, and I'm really excited to see where this series goes. So if this helps you kind of like get a feel for the series, I'd hope you check it out, kind of give it a shot, tell me what you think, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I hope you like this. Hope you tell me what your thoughts on the episode and the series overall, and like, subscribe, comment, and do all the good stuff, and hope you have a good day. Yeah.